Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad. Freya Vigi, may Freya bless on this wonderful Friday, snowing Friday. Wow, big. Like y'all missed it. The snowflakes were this fucking big. It was like I caught one in my hand and it filled up my hand. I was like, whoa, holy shit. Yeah, we get some snow. Hey, welcome to Cleveland. Hey, that's what it is, right? It is indeed. So yeah, we're having some snow, and then it's going to warm up. Then it's going to snow again. Then it's going to warm up and snow again. Some warm snow. Yeah, you get the cycle. It carries on. But you know what? It's Friday. It's a good day. But I'm here to tell you about those who did not have a good day. Those Americans that were trapped in Afghanistan, left there by Trader Joe and his malicious / incompetent regime. At least we forget that 13 servicemen and women died at Abbey Gate in Kabul, Afghanistan in August, or that time 2 years ago, I think, along with 200 other poor souls, and 300 plus people lost arms and legs and limbs, things that don't grow back. But there was hope. There's still hope. From what I understand, there is some Americans still in Afghanistan. They either chose to stay there or are still in the process of hiding and doing other things, working and maybe trying to get out. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But these organizations like Task Force Argo, Task Force Pineapple, Project Exodus, Project Dynamo Christian Coalition, Mighty Oak Foundation, and some others, just to name a few. But meanwhile, it's relevant. Now it's relevant. I've seen Denise Butnick brought it to my attention. She's like, wow, yeah, Newsmax is doing a story about it. They're having committee hearings about it. And a Marine told his heart-wrenching story. He himself was one of the 300 plus people that lost arms and legs and limbs. He lost an arm and a leg, covered in shrapnel, during that time. Yeah, that story, his testimony it'll get you. So yeah. Shout out to him. Hey, welcome back, brother. And of course there was another one. Fox News did one with Tim Kennedy. You know who Tim Kennedy is. He was he's in the Army. I think he's still active. I don't know. But Tim Kennedy, he's in MMA. He's just all around just badass. He's been very active in self-defense, armed and unarmed. So, definitely check out Tim Kennedy, man. He is definitely one of the warrior poets of our time. Absolutely. So he was on Fox News. He apparently he was in a tower. He was a sniper at the time with the Army. I don't know who he served with. It was Green Berets or Rangers. I'm not sure, so I cannot comment without knowing. So, but I know he was one of those. He was a sniper. He was in a tower, and he tells a story of the actual bomber that they seen in the crowd walking around. They said, "Hey, I know that guy. Get on the horn. Hey, can I take the shot?" This guy's known. He's a known fucking dangerous guy. He's a baddie. He's a bad guy. He's going to do some bad shit. Can we take the shot? No. Can we take the shot? No. Can we take the shot? Crickets. Nothing. Ignored them. And then what happens? He detonates and does everything that we've seen, that I've been talking about for this whole time. Who knows how many days? Yeah. Let the conspiracy theories fly on that one. But it all could have been avoided, huh? All could have been avoided. And, the Taliban were put in charge of security. The fucking Taliban! Really? Unfucking believable. Well, anyway, we already knew that too. I mean, they had talked about that before. But yeah, I mean, they were in charge of this and just let it slip. Oh, a little ISIS-K guy going in, well-known baddie. Yeah, let him do his thing. Yeah. Whatever. Every day, never forget, and never forget whose fault this is. Rawr! Yeah, so, just brings up a little bit of an anger and angst in me. But hey, that's to be expected. I'm a little mad that way. But yeah, so now it's relevant. I hope that I hope this brings more light to the situation, of the past and the present, and going forward into the future. Meanwhile, let's see. Nikki Haley is putting in her hat for the presidency. Interesting. She was governor of South Carolina. Then she became the ambassador under Trump, which she did all. Some would say that she kind of dropped the ball a few times in South Carolina, but for the most part, she made some very good, sound decisions. Really, she's very sound. She's very sound. She's very conservative. She's very smart. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Do I think that she could be our next president? Yes. But in the political, everybody else that's throwing their head in, no, probably she'd make a good vice president. But that'd be cool to see her. But I think if the T-Man throws his hat in, then it's just going to be the T-Man. It's going to be the T-Man show, regardless. And everybody else is the enemy until he wins, and then they're all friends again. So that's how the T-Man works. We've seen that firsthand. So, DeSantis, Nikki Haley, it could be some others, from the CPAC side. I'm not even going to talk about the Democrat side, because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't fucking matter. Either the game is rigged or they're just irrelevant. They're not going to win anyway. So who knows? Who knows these things? Anyway, 2 years away. So a lot can happen in 2 years, as we have seen already in the first 2 years of the potato regime. Yep, the potato regime. Anyway, there's some other things. Let's see. Now I had him on the top of my head. I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about this and this and this. Yeah, Nikki Haley. Let's see. You know about the crazy storms going on. Yes. A missile, a Chinese missile, landed and crashed in Texas. An 8,000-pound missile left a debris field of miles, and left a mile-long stretch as this 8,000-pound booster rocket. It didn't detonate or anything. It was a piece of space junk, really. Back in June, the Chinese launched a rocket and put some satellites up there in orbit, and this thing has just been floating around, and finally it lands, and it lands in Texas. No reports or anything. You're probably not going to hear much about it anyway, because it wasn't it wasn't a weather balloon or anything. It wasn't a surveillance machine. It was just a piece of junk that fell out of the sky. NASA prides themselves, NASA and of course Elon Musk, they pride themselves in knowing where everything's going to go, and usually they send it and direct it into the ocean. China, they don't give a fuck. They just think, oh, yeah, we're gonna put a rocket up there. We got pieces falling off it. I don't care. It's all good. If you remember last year, they crashed into the moon. Oops, sorry. How'd that happen? I don't know. So a lot of craziness going on with Chinese. Even the Russians are going, this is not how you fix a Russian space station, right? I would be extremely scared if I had to be a Chinese astronaut. Man, oh man, that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, I mean, they're very inept, and they don't give a fuck. They don't really care. They really don't care. And you would think of them as something like highly technical, but they're really not. They're good at hacking. They're good at stealing and repurposing things. But as far as like building and all the calculations necessary and things of that nature, they're really not. They just don't care. Hey, that's what you get when you have a communist regime running everything, right? Running everything. So, there was another thing I seen on Economic Ninja and some other places that the large banks and their Swiss bank crashed. The one in Silicon Valley has crashed. Billions of dollars lost everything. So we're on the slow road. We're on the slow boat to economic collapse. Even bigger than the Great Depression, but it's going to take a long time. So we're seeing all the previews before that. So hey, prep accordingly. We have time. And also to take advantage. I plan on taking advantage of it too. So save your monies, make your money moves. It would definitely be a buyer's market when that happens. So yes. Wow, the snow is really coming down. All right, but that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to snow and rain all day into the weekend, I guess. So we shall see. And then for the work week, it's supposed to be beautiful. Yeah. And at least we forget, go Team Linda. Fuck cancer. Go Team Linda. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep your head above water. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. You are doing this. Never say die. Always. Keep going. Keep going. So this has been Shad. Every day, never forget.